What is going on, everyone? Dakota from CitrusProofGaming here, and today I'm bringing you guys a vlogging episode.
He lives in darkness, there is no progress. He knows the demons that lie within him. He has no vision, he has no sight.
Now, what you guys are probably thinking as soon as you click on this video, what? We do something beyond gaming? That's a first. Well, sorry to blow your mind, but yeah. The idea came to me actually thinking about it and doing a little bit of research that I guess vlogging is a popular thing. And fucking knowing me, my prior knowledge, I don't know jack shit about vlogging. So this is probably why I'm doing this. But otherwise, on the topic of vlogging, this is basically just going over a little shit about the channel and giving you guys a little bit of insight what we hope to achieve as a channel and some other ideas. Now, to start off the topic of this vlog is our channel, CitrusProofGaming. As you can see, it's a different name, it's unique, it's a little weird. Now, the idea came from me, Zach, and Shane personally. We all sat there one day and came up with an idea back a couple months ago, and that was back when we were all in school, high school, and we thought of an idea, hey, since summer's approaching, what the fuck are we gonna do? We can't just sit on Xbox or sit around all goddamn day. And since Shane's off at college now, it's basically just he could post some stuff ever so often. But as far as the channel goes, we thought, hey, let's just do something like a YouTube channel. Keep it nice and simple and see what we get from there, because, hey, maybe it might be fun. Well, a couple months later, I wouldn't say a couple months later, because this is where we're at now. But back then, we decided to keep the channel and keep that running. So, CitrusProofGaming was officially a thing, I think back in July. Because I made my first video, because it took us about a month to actually put a video out, because we didn't know what to do for our first video, and we also didn't really have the material to actually do any videos, because I mean, we don't have a whole lot of money, so it's like we kind of have to use what we kind of have. I mean, I just got these recently, like during Christmas time. It was only like 8 months ago, but it was definitely a good investment because Astros are expensive and these things are quite nice. But this is basically what I use just for the videos and shit. I mean, it might not be the best quality thing I can have, but it's something to start out with. Like, you don't need to have the greatest stuff to do videos. I mean, shit, for God's sake. Shane uses the shittiest Xbox mic you can ever have when it comes to stuff, but it still gets it to get it to work. So, I mean, whatever makes it work, makes it work. Back on the topic of CitrusProofGaming, prior to our first video, we slowly got better at it. I've been slowly trying to get Zach to do it. Zach was the last person to get our stuff into because we didn't really officially know what we were doing with videos and stuff. But Shane was also the next person in line to do videos, which they weren't bad. That's probably the next thing on our list, is getting a game capture card, which just gives us the ability to do other stuff. Now, as far as videos on the channel, like, you guys have probably clicked on our channel and looked at our videos, and if not, well, here's a brief intuitive stuff for it. Or, I guess, like an insight of what we basically have as of right now, and what we can have in the future. Basically, CitrusProofGaming has the trio, which is me, Zach, and Shane. We are the trio of CitrusProofGaming. It's a channel you don't really see more than 2 people usually. You don't really see in channels very often, but they have them, just not very often. But that's what makes us a unique channels, because there's 3 of us. Now, we all have our own different genres, what we both like, what we dislike, all that shit. Everyone has their own opinion when it comes to games and what they like and don't like. But with us, we have our own genres that we usually partner up with. Like, our collabs usually stray to many different topics. Like, we've already did Overwatch, and we've already done Rocket League, we've done all these games and shit. Hell, we've had a fun time doing these things. But you can see that we've all done different things, you know, between racing games and like team-based shooters or whatnot. We have our own base genres. Like Zach's currently doing horror games. I'm trying to stick with horror games, if not side scrollers, and Shane's doing, well, whatever the fuck he's doing. Yeah, you don't really know what goes on in his head either. So yeah, so it's not just you guys thinking that either. But on the basis of the videos, like, we try to get as much out as possible a week. It's not that we don't have time to always post shit, it's just usually the lack of ideas that we have, and plus we don't always like playing the same games. Like, you do get sick of seeing the same shit over and over. That I can agree with, which is why we usually change up what we usually play, but it's just getting the materials what we want to play. Plus, it doesn't always great when Shane's, you know, in college, and it only means just me and Zach basically doing stuff until Shane can actually put a video up out there. Which is why I got us some PC software stuff, so now we can hopefully put PC stuff out there that isn't shitty quality or anything. But thumbs up for me for giving that a shot. Okay. As far as the channel goes now, since it's basically been 2 months, it'll be 3 eventually. I haven't really been keeping track of what day started what. But as for the channel in general, we've got a big milestone from where we started to begin with at 0 to where we are now. Basically, like, where we're at the bottom right here, basically. And where we are is right here. Still nowhere. But I mean, where we were 2 months ago to where we are now is definitely a big difference. It may not seem like a lot, but really, it is. I know it might sound pathetic, but we wouldn't be anywhere without you guys. Not only just the people that are watching this now and don't know about us, but the people that have been supporting us since day one. Like, some of you will just brief it off, oh, just know one of those gaming channels are trying to get somewhere in life. Well, we're trying to get somewhere. I guess our dream to, like, achieve as a channel in general is just, we hope to maybe one day achieve the goal of maybe getting somewhere out there. Like, we all have our own individual channels we like. We're not just gonna say them or anything, but we all have our own individual channels we like in particular, and we would love to be like them. We would love to be like them, but we obviously don't have, you know, the privilege of having all those things that make you nice, but it's also nice to give us our own unique way of doing things that other people do. A lot of channels trying to do the same thing when it comes to, like, famous YouTubers and stuff. They try to be like what they do, but try to put it in their own way. I guess it's kind of like copying whatever they do and pasting it on their channel, but also putting in their own words. It's like writing a college paper, but you don't want to fucking write about anything. So you just copy and paste someone else's answers and shit, but just briefly change things up a bit to make it your own stuff. That's basically what YouTubing is, basically. It's just you're copying someone's channel and pasting it on yours, but changing the words a little bit so it sounds like yours. That's basically it in a nutshell. But I'm not wrong on this subject. That's basically how most people see YouTube as. That's how I see it personally, but it's a weird way to look at it, I know. But that's one way of looking at YouTube, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. But as for our channel growing, we have seen it grow from the small 1 subscriber that it started off with to 2 to 3 and to where we're at now, which is 20 plus. And I hope to see it more in the future. But like I said, we can't get anywhere without you guys and girls. Either one, whichever you are. But we can't get anywhere without you guys. And we thank you all from the bottom of our hearts, even though we might not show it. But I'm personally saying this to you guys to show that you guys really do matter to us, and we thank you for it. We wouldn't be anywhere this far without you guys, and we can definitely use it. I thank you all for it. But moving on to the next topic. As much as I want to talk about you guys being the greatest of them all, but I could save that for another episode. But as far as the whole YouTube idea, we only have as much written down on a piece of paper as we have as ideas go. Like, we'd love to do as many games as we possibly can, but with our budgets being low at first, and until we find other jobs and stuff, because we're slowly trying to make money in our own ways. But don't take that the wrong way. I know you guys can't. Just don't do that. Don't think about it. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Not even you. Sorry. But on the idea of games and stuff, we would love to hear what you guys think, what we should do. Like, all of your ideas that you give us in comments and helpful tips and whatnot, all of those really do help when it comes to doing videos or giving ideas for what we should play. All of it really does help in the end, because we're not the smartest trio there is. But I mean, we've got quite a handful of ideas, but we could definitely use insight from outside the trio that is us, which is aka the Illuminati Triangle that we are in. They consist of me, me, Zach, and Shane. Never mind that. But with getting outside ideas and like tips and stuff of like what we should do, it really does help us, because we're just that three-sided triangle that tries to collaborate what's inside the triangle that we have as of right now. But getting help from outside that triangle really does help give basis to what our potential could span out to, and increase the size of this triangle that we try to form. This sounds fucking weird. Like, getting ideas from you guys really does help us get better what we're doing. Like, for instance, my skills with editing hasn't been great, nor is it perfect, but it's definitely gotten better within the months that have passed, and I hope to get better at it. But I'm slowly learning in my own way. I haven't really looked up like tutorials or anything. I'm just kind of fiddling around with stuff and hopefully thinking I could get somewhere with it. But like I said, all your helpful hints and tips and even ideas for games really does help pay off in the end, and I thank you all for that. But this is probably all the time I'm going to have for this video. I don't want to bore you all to death, and I could probably use a nap sometime soon. But yeah, if you guys like this video, leave a like, and if you have any other comments, hints, or any kind of things, leave it down in the comments section down below. We'd love to hear whatever you have on your mind, and might do this again sometime. Blogging's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. But I thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.